Alright, Shalom, Akim. First and foremost, I'd like to start off this lesson by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakodash. Double honors is due unto the elders, which are the apostles of great millstone that rule well. Alright, that taught me this truth. Peace and blessings to the whole for the elect. I'm the brother Kodam Allah. I want to bring out another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. May the lesson be edifying. Alright, and really this lesson I'm getting into is pretty much a testimony, of something that happened at work, the other day. For brothers who know what I do, I'll be doing security, and what had happened was this. I believe she was an Edomite. I don't believe she was a Jake woman, but this Edomite came up to me. This Edomite lady came up to me and said, somebody broke inside of my car. So I'm like, oh, okay, oh, really? Okay, so, I went to her car, and she was panicking. She was afraid, she was scared, she was panicking. When she walked up, she was still trying to catch her breath. So I'm like, hey, it ain't our job to call the police or nothing. So I told her, hey, make a report, So, she called and made a report. I did my rounds, and by the time I came back to her, had to be within 15 minutes. When I walked up to her, I was thinking maybe the police was going to be on the scene, but they wasn't. So I'm like, did you file the report? She said she called 911, and they told her that she need to go file that report online. Now this lady car just got, ramshack, went all through. She got her purse took, a few more belongings took. But yeah, they went all through her car, and they told her to file a report online because they don't have time to come out. That's what they told her. And they said, if they were to come out, it was gonna be a little while before they come out, maybe an hour or two. So she didn't know what to do. She was kind of surprised, but I don't know what she did. Maybe she did go file online after that, but the point being is, they told her that they didn't have time for that. That was a small matter to them. Somebody did ramshack and went through your car and all that. Which, it ain't like nobody getting their head busted. But at the same time, somebody just got their belongings took, their wallet took, their purse took, and, whatever else they might have been took. And the police, they didn't rush for that. So, coming into the time that we coming into, how much more? How much more, when things really hit the fan, a lot of things is not going to be attended to. And, when this happened, the first thing I thought about was, the second Ezra, the 15th chapter. I'm going to go ahead and get it. This is second Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. It says, woe to the world of them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people should stand up against the fight of Salakia. And one people should stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. All right, so the scriptures is telling you the time is coming where what people are, going to take matters into their own hands. They're going to bring out their swords. They're going to bring out their weapons, man. All right, and it's going to be, people are going to be trying to survive out here. It's going to be a lot more car break-ins. It's going to be a lot more. And guess what? Us brothers, hey, we say all the time, and that's the spirit. You get the sirens going off, judgment going on. Us brothers, hey, through the spirit of power, how about you? Salaki, let me slow down. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, we say all the time that 911 gonna need 911. Those are the time we enter into, man. That's the spirit. 911 is gonna need 911. All right, and think about how troubling it's gonna be for you women out there. Now, this was told to an Edomite woman. Now, when you look at, the tribes, you Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, our women, oh, you can't tell them nothing, man. And the first thing, you Israelite women like to do, when you can't handle things no more and things start to get out of line and you feel like there's nobody there no more, 911. It's time to call the police. It's time to get Esau Edom on the scene. But the day is going to come where he ain't just going to be coming on the scene like that, especially for no nigga woman. Especially for no Hispanic woman. So a lot of hell is coming to these shores of America, and you women, hey, it's a lot of trouble coming for you. Now, this was an Edomite woman, and they told her ass, we'll catch you on the back end. You know, we'll catch you another time. But hey, you know, you make that report online, and we'll get up with you later. And guess what she had to do? She had to accept that shit and hop in her car and leave, even though all her shit was stolen. You know, let's keep reading. This is 2 Ezra 15 and 16. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men." Now, sedition going to what? Rebellion. All right, and it says, among men, and invading one another. They should. Hey, there you go right there. Invading one another. You know, things are getting hard out here, and it's getting so hard where it's going to cause people to want to start, you know, robbing, you know, taking and stealing to survive. You know, people invading one another, you know, cars and cribs and all that. It says, they should not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in the power. Right, so what? They're not going to regard the kings or princes, meaning what? The rulers, you know, the governments, you know, the city council. Nobody's going to want to hear. Nobody is going to want to hear what they have to say in that time. You know, when people are hungry, you know, when people are thirsty, when kids ain't ate, and things are tough, people are going to take matters in their own hand, and they're not going to go care about what the government got to say. They're not going to go care about what the mayor of their city got to say. Things are going to go up, and guess what? That 911 button ain't going to just be available. You know? Verse 17. Because we in Champagne. You know? Where, you know, a lot of things do happen that you might not hear about. But I know it wasn't that busy where they couldn't come out. So whatever the case is, they didn't come out. You know? But how much more in this time, right? Verse 17, it says, a man should desire to go into a city and should not be able. For because of the pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. You know? So when things get rough, if men gonna be afraid, how much more these women? The scripture says, "Man, heart fell in them for fear." Actually, let me go ahead. Shalaki, let me get that scripture also real quick, and we'll come back to this. Bear with me. All right, this is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 26. It says, "Man's heart fell in them for fear, and for looking after the things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken." Right, man's heart fell in them for fear. People are gonna it's gonna be heart attacks, man, from looking at the things that are coming upon this earth, man. Heavy judgment. You know, the scriptures talk about wild beasts changing their inhabitants. Shit with big ass teeth, man. Punishing the wicked to destruction. Apparitions. Esau Edom with the sword. All right, and not just Esau Edom coming down with the sword, but guess what? You're going to have Jake coming down with the sword too. The scriptures say who surrounds them up. So these niggas, they going to get buck wild too. Where's that going to lead you women? Where's that going to lead, you know, you simp scary niggas, man? Without the fear of the Lord, man, you ain't going to be able to make it through this. You know, without the hedge of the Lord, you can't make it through this, man. And that's exactly why we don't trust in Esau Edom. We don't trust in these governments. We don't trust in men. We don't trust in, you know, we put our trust completely in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, man. Because that's who's pulling the strings. Right? Going back to 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 17, it says, a man should desire to go into a city and should not be able. Oh, no, so like we just read that. But I keep reading from there. A man should desire to go into a city and should not be able. All right, so they're going to lock it down. And Esau already got it mapped out. And that's why a thing called highways was created. You know, highways were created for control. You know, people would think, oh, you know, well, these highways, you know, they're being created, you know, to make, you know, transportation easier. That's part of it. But make it easier for who? It ain't to make it easier for you. It's to make it easier, all right, for Esau Edom when he, truly completely, try to, shut these cities down, block off these e-ways, and you can't go into the next city, all right? Where he can set up his posts, That time coming, man. It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. You see that? Lack of bread. People ain't gonna be knowing how they gonna eat. Especially when when this famine come, and it's gonna be through the spirit and power. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. But what? Hey, the Lord gonna put the spirit on these Edomites to make that man-made famine. When Esau gonna keep everything to itself and try to get you to bend the knee. So guess what? If you give in to this system, you take this seat here, you can come on, you can get some food and you can hop in the line and probably send your ass off to a concentration camp still. That's the devil. This is the deceiver. All right, this is the deceiver who we dealing with. It says and great tribulation meaning great trouble, man. All right, then you got Israelites, thinking they're gonna be delivered before the tribulation come. When the scriptures say through much tribulation shall we enter the kingdom. You got to come out of that delusion of, if I keep all these commandments right, which, you're not going to be saved by, keeping the commandments, man. We're rehearsing the righteous acts. Now, the scriptures say, do we make void the law? No. We establish the law. The laws ain't done away with. The scriptures say that the law have dominion over man as long as he liveth. So, yeah, we still have to keep the ways of the Lord, but it's slocket. The scriptures say, by grace are we saved through faith. So the grace of the Lord, and having faith, truly believing in the Lord, man, that He's gonna be with us, and it all come down, predestination. That's why we say, the hopeful elect, and we hope to be of that number, because that's all we're doing. We're just hoping, right? All right, it says, let me see. Yeah, yep, and that was, I believe, that was the point on that. So that was the scripture. Yeah, that was the end of that scripture. All right. So, hey, that time is coming, and that time is here, and that just proved furthermore that what? Hey, these devils, all right, when it comes to these, police departments and all that shit. They got a lot more shit that they focus on than cars just being broke in. Now, that's not a big matter, but it's not a small matter either when you look at it, man. Yeah, cars get broke into every day. It's not a big matter, but in a way, it's not a small matter either, because if ain't nobody here to do nothing about it, then it becomes a big matter. Because more and more cars will get broke in. Okay, nobody came about that. Nobody's looking. And when people catch on to it, it's like, okay, well, nobody's coming out for this small shit. And what was it, last year or the year before, you had all these, executive laws and orders pushed that, you can't do certain people. People can trespass on your property, and there's nothing you can do about it. And, they said, the police was gonna stop coming out for certain things. And, that being one of them. And that was burglary. Somebody got their shit broke in. I'd be pissed off if I got my shit broke in and nobody was, pulling up on me to figure out the situation, but it is what it is. All this shit temporary, is carnal, things happen, you get your shit broken in, you put curses on the nigga, and keep it moving, but, that just goes to show that, hey, you women, you're losing your power, because part of your power used to be to hit that 911 button. And just like this shedomite woman, this Edom, I'm just going ahead and say this Edomite woman did. Nobody came to the rescue for her ass, man. And that was the Edomite woman. How much more you nigga women that don't, how much more you spigger women who don't like to listen to shit but Esau Edom. But guess what? That time will come. He ain't gonna be there for your ass, man. Let me see something. Bear with me for a second. Let me see if I can find this scripture. God, this is Isaiah 32:9. It says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech." So what? You women that are at ease. You know, you women, you've been at ease for way too long. Esau, Edom, that liberated you. You know, you got all this comfort. But guess what? And this is speaking on the women of our nation. Because, you know, they're a bunch of careless daughters. And they live in pleasure. When the scriptures say, she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. Our women are all about pleasure. You know? Whatever can get them in the mood to dance and twerk around and shit, that's what they about. But the Lord has said, give ear unto my speech. What? Listen to the prophets. Listen to the men that are out there speaking. Because they're speaking my words. So listening to them. But when they see us, they don't respect us. So what? Therefore, they don't listen. So they don't listen to the words of the Lord. But the scripture says what? My sheep hear my voice. So most of they ain't of the Lord's sheep no way. Because the Lord's sheep is going to hear his voice. All right. And the Lord is speaking through his prophets, man. This is verse 10. It says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. And that's exactly what's going on. That vintage is failing. You know, the benefits that you reap for Esau, Edom, they failing. You know, they already talking about getting rid. They getting rid of, Section 8 soon. You can only be on there for a certain amount of time. You can't be on there for the rest of your damn life. You know, they're talking about cutting, SNAP benefits and getting rid of all that. You know, the vintage is failing, man. All right. Oh, abortions. You know, be in jail for, women getting abortions. Hey, that liberation is going down. And call all Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. This place is going down. And you women, hey, you starting to see. You starting to see, man. The vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Verse 11, tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled ye careless women, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. So the Lord is coming to strip a lot of you proud ass women who don't listen to shit, who like to be out to 2 o'clock in the morning. You know, you drinking and you out there looking crazy, and then when something happen, everybody's supposed to feel sorry for you. Actually, I just seen a video. Did a brother do a video? I believe it was either a brother did a video that I watched, or it was just some news that I came across. Oh, you know what? It was a brother. All right, one of the Kansas brothers. All right, but he did a lesson on, this BW woman. She wanted to go hang out on her birthday, and that same night she got shot in her chest. See that? First off, celebrating birthdays is the number one most, wickedest thing when it comes to, witchcraft and sorcery. That's number one. Self-worshiping. And the Lord judged her. But that's most of our women. Out 2, 3 in the morning, and then, somebody pops something in your drink. Now, you done got ravished and you crying and the whole world's supposed to stop. All because, you wasn't being the woman that you was supposed to, should have been being. Which is in the crib, put up under a man. But, those are things that goes on. You're supposed to, listen to the man of the Lord, listen to the Lord. Play your part. So we don't feel sorry when these nigga woman ass females, man, the Lord be getting to them, man, jacking them up. Right along with these niggas too. Because these niggas rebellious. They don't listen. They stiff neck. So when the Lord judged them, that's an example of what not to be. But people don't take it as an example of what not to be. They take it as Satan is doing his work today. What's going on in the world? What's going on in the world is judgment. And the scripture say what? Evil men understand not judgment. All right? Neither are they going to come understand. Let's see. Yeah, Con. Yep, that was the point right there. All right? So, and the point being is, if nobody here is to come for your trouble now, how much more in these evil times that we enter into, man. So, hey, get ready, you women. Hey, Something is it's a lot being prepared for you. All right, and niggas too, man. Niggas too. That 911 button is, it ain't gonna be there in that time, man. All right, so that about does it for this lesson. Lord willing, the elect was edified. Until next time, all praise and glory be due. Until Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rachakodash. The bond is due unto the elders, the apostles, the great millstone. I'm gonna say Shalom.